Hi there, my name is Jenny. I'm 39 years old. I am currently living in Winnipeg, Manitoba in Canada. I am looking to relocate to Melbourne, Australia. Um, I have a daughter who is 14 years old. We also have one dog, her name is Ella, and three cats. Um, Her dad works in the city as well, so she does get to see him quite a bit. And was recently an, an event planner for my own business prior to the pandemic. Once the pandemic started, I opted to close my business and work on a reoccurring illness. That I am thankful for of a full recovery, and I am now very much interested in returning back into my career in whatever aspect it may be. I'm also open to new positions as well. I really enjoy working with the public and being able to help people achieve their goals or just their shopping lists, just helping them achieve whatever their goal may be for that day. Just makes me really happy. One position I really enjoyed was my position as a rental car agent for Budget Rent a Car. I worked there from 2008 to 2014. And I got to meet so many different people. I got to meet actors and politicians and people from all the way up in Nunavut that were really interesting to meet, and people from overseas. Like tourists would come to Yellowknife every winter, fall, winter, spring, to check out the northern lights. That they had heard that it was really good for reproduction, so they would come to the Northwest Territories during those seasons, and they would ask all the time what the best spots were to see the northern lights. I would also help them. I would also help them map out where their hotels were, where good restaurants were, in my opinion. But also just where kind of where the entertainment areas were for Yellowknife, even though it was such a small city. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed working there. We worked with Kingland Ford, which was the Ford dealership in Yellowknife. So we worked with Ford vehicles. And I really enjoyed. I would openly take any shifts that nobody wanted, or I would always meet the very last plane, which would sometimes be as late as 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I would freely open the kiosk just for the possibility of someone maybe wanting to get a vehicle to rent, even though it was 2 o'clock in the morning. But and sometimes we even had reservations for those late flights. So we did have to meet them, but I always enjoyed it. There were times where I would work completely on my own. I was in charge of starting and finishing any rental contracts that came in and out, showing the customer where the vehicles were, getting the vehicles cleaned and ready for the next reservations. I would have to keep basically a vehicle inventory of what was coming in, what was scheduled to go out. And if we were in a bind, like one year the air show came to town and we needed a good 10, 15 vehicles, trucks preferably, or SUVs, for the snowbirds. And that was really, really cool. But so we had to try to configure out how many, because we needed a certain amount of vehicles, and we just didn't carry that many altogether. So we put our heads together and we borrowed some used trucks that were still on the lot, and then we also borrowed some used SUVs and brought them into the lineup. And then for however many, I think they were in town for 3 or 4 days, and the show was only one. And so yeah, I had to work under pressure, and when I thought I had everything in order, everything would just get jumbled up. If I had to work off of 4 or 5 reservations in a row, which was perfectly fine, everyone never really complained if they had to wait, because they also had to wait for their baggage, or their spouse from going to the bathroom, whatnot. So I really enjoy working with the public and with customers. Again, just helping them get their things done, and get whatever they may need taken care of. I'm really good on the computer. I can type up to 18 words per minute. I work with Microsoft and Apple. I know both, but primarily Microsoft. I have worked in both the tourism and hospitality industry. I was also a front of house all-rounder, I think you guys call them, to where I also did bartending, serving, banquet serving, concerts. I would have to be a waitress for concerts. And so we had to do, I had to learn how to do bartending whenever our evening bartender would take his breaks, and if I was the last person there. And yeah, I did that at Club Regent Casino from 2002 to 2007, I believe. So I worked in a casino, and yeah, again, working under pressure, working in large groups, being a host, server, bartender, etc. Again, working extra shifts when asked, barely calling in sick. I was very reliable for all of my positions. And then, yes, my most recent position involving like the public and other people was volunteering at the World Police and Fire Games, and that was a ton of fun. I got to meet a lot of people. I got to be a parade marshaller, to where I had to listen to all of the small details, knowing the proper directions during the opening ceremonies as to where I had to go and how much time I had to get there. And then I was also a scorekeeper. I was a bit of a bouncer where I had to limit access during a certain time. And then I had to, and then I was also a scorekeeper. I guess another bouncer. I also had to like, I also handed medals out to the athletes, to the winners, who came in first, second, and third. They got their gold medals, silvers, and bronze medals. I also had to watch and make sure nobody took any of the medals during the games. So I guess you could say I was security for that too. um, and yeah, um, I have quite a lot of skills. I found that the cobwebs got dusted off from during that week, and I really, really would like to get back into the working field again, preferably in Melbourne, Australia. I feel that to finalize the full recovery, a new change in scenery would do very, very well for myself, and possibly my daughter. I'm not sure if she will come. During my spare time, I really enjoy doing genealogy research, where I research family histories back to, I think I've been able to go as far back as the 1700s. I started with my family, who came from Russia and the Ukraine, back in the 1700s. I started them back in 2010, I believe, and I've been doing it ever since. I have done some professional research jobs for other extended family members. I'm currently working on a few more at the moment. I have to utilize the internet and my organizational skills, some creativity, because I've gone from basically pasting the printed sheets and any pictures I may have found, to digitizing and being able to keep everything on the computer. So I kind of self-taught myself that. So I get a little creative in where I'm able to like place the pictures and the text and anything else that I might want to include, like any censuses or birth certificates that I might find, or death certificates, obituaries, newspaper clippings, pictures, anything like that. I have not gone as far as doing anything with DNA. I don't think I will do anything with that. Another thing I really enjoy in my pastime is, because I'm very much into this relocation to Melbourne, during the other half of my free time, I enjoy realistically learning about Melbourne and Australia, and I do look at each position that I do apply for, what area they're in, any apartments that may be close by, are there grocery stores, are there like places for little cafes or whatnot, are there like other things that I might find interesting to do in that area, and yeah, so that's me. I also really enjoy going out. I haven't basically been on my own for a very long time, so I'm looking at getting to know myself as well during this process again. But I do enjoy going out, having drinks, eating stuff, food. Um, my favorite restaurant here is called Moxie's. It's has steak and seafood and nachos. Uh, so food along like that, those lines. Steak is my favorite meal, or chicken, as well as I also enjoy playing pool or going bowling. Um, I'm not very much of an outdoors person. I do have to be careful being outside, and I do know that in Australia it does get very hot, but I still very much devoted to moving to Australia. Um, but I do also enjoy walks. I enjoy walking around and getting to know um, places. Um, I also enjoy just staying inside and watching movies and just, yeah, doing my research. It's basically what I've been doing while I just relax at home. I enjoy, sports. I enjoy baseball, hockey, football, um, soccer. Um, During the games, I did also get to watch rugby. That's a very violent game, but it was really interesting to watch, so I'm looking forward to watching that again. As I understand it, the Worlds, I believe, are on. And yeah, so that's me. Really enjoy working with the public again. Um, I know money, I know um, management, supervising, just computer skills. I, you can give me every early morning shift. I will not complain. I would love to help you out if you are shorthanded, um, as I will basically just be in Australia to work and hang out. And even on my hangout days, I can guarantee I will probably still be working. Just getting back out and enjoying life. We only have it once, and I've never done something like move from Canada to somewhere totally different. I have moved from Winnipeg to Yellowknife, Yellowknife to Winnipeg, but that's just about as far as I've never done. I've never been overseas, but I'm really looking forward to it. Um, and I really am thankful for you watching this video, and I really hope that you consider my application. And yeah, have a good weekend or have a good day. I know it's Saturday morning there, so have a good weekend. Okay, bye.